So I couldn't hear all the Jorma's presentation, but I saw that he presented some background from Metropolia already. So I will skip these few brief Metropolia slides and go straight to this innovation part. So Metropolia has 5 different innovation hubs, which are all phenomenon-based and located in our different campuses also. And we work closely together with these innovation hubs in our RDI activities and with our partners who are from other University of Applied Sciences, universities, cities and other municipalities, researchers, and so on, also nationally and internationally. Customer-oriented well-being and health services innovation hub is also located at our Myllypuro campus area and mainly for the health and social services fields, and is focused the key research focus area is mainly for human-centric well-being and all the different kind of technologies that will support on well-being and health services. Then clean and sustainable solutions innovation hub. The main key research focus areas are food technology, circular economy, and then industry 4.0, different kind of robotics, cobotics, and AI solutions. I will soon tell you more about the data-driven construction innovation hub. Then functional city for the people innovation hub is located in our Arabia campus, the cultural campus, and the main key research focus areas there are, for example, culture, the like well-being in the culture, and also participatory city planning, where we are doing closely work together with this innovation hub. And then last but not least is the smart mobility innovation hub, which is located in Myyrmäki campus area. And the main focus, the key research focus area in smart mobility is mainly kind of like this human-centric mobility and different kind of last mile solutions for the people and different kind of transport technology research studies. And what is really unique in Metropolia and in our RDI services is the different collaborational platforms that we have and enable this kind of operation as an ecosystem with our RDI partners, but also students. And for example, in this customer-oriented well-being and health services innovation hub, their collaboration platform is Hymy Village, which is located also in Myllypuro, and it actually offers well-being and health services for the citizens in Helsinki also, and combining this lifelong learning and citizens participatory researching in this well-being and health services field, and also different kind of research and product development. Then one of interesting collaborational platform is Helsinki XR Center, which is located close to our cultural campus in Arabia. This is focused on extended reality, and it combines the research, startup, and business cooperation in this XR field. Then part of this clean and sustainable solutions innovation hub is the Urban Farm Lab, which is located in our Myyrmäki campus. It is an energy, water, and space efficient urban farming space, which is quite interesting combination also for startups and businesses and also students and research. And then one more example is Metropolia workshop, which is located in Espoo. And it's like a project space for product development in automotive and transportation technology. And more details about the data-driven construction innovation hub. This smart lab, which is seen in this picture, it is developed for home automation together with companies Skanska and ABB. And it is one good example for this kind of collaborational platform in data-driven construction innovation hub. Here you can see our innovation hub's three main key research areas this year. So smart buildings is the first one, led by team leader Harri Hahkala. Then digitalization of construction, which is led by Seppo Törmä, and then future builders, which is led by Jorma Säteri. And like I told you earlier concerning all of the 5 innovation hubs where we are working closely together internally in Metropolia, but we also work with our RDI partners and in close collaboration with different partners, also nationally in Finland, but worldwide internationally, and applying different kind of fundings for our RDI projects. And also one of the key elements in our innovation hubs is to combine these different kind of RDI activities and lifelong learning, such as different kind of innovation projects or thesis projects together with the students. And we are using this Myllypuro Smart Campus and also this Smart Lab as a test bed for different kind of piloting and also learning. Then shortly, few words about these three different main key research focus areas. So in the smart buildings, the main focus is in construction automation, AI solutions, and sensors and systems. And this smart lab home automation is a good example as a platform for these RDI activities. Then data guidance for end users and property maintenance optimizations is one of our key research focus areas. We have the empathic building system in our Myllypuro campus, and in the A building where you are actually at the moment there in the main lobby, you can see a big screen, and it's possible to check out, for example, from the screen where is a free work desk, for example, if you want to work there, or if you want to check out what kind of temperature has been for example, in a classroom, or what kind of CO2 emissions is in some room at the moment. That's possible at the moment there, and our first phase for this empathic building is now ready. Then in this second key research focus area, digitalization of construction, our main focus area, the research focus area, is the building information modeling and digital twin. Sunil is part of this team, how to say, and I think that he's if you are interested, he can tell you more about this later on also, and this different kind of RDI activities that are going on and that will be in the near future. But the main thing is also combining and integrating different kind of technologies, for example, BIM and 3D scanning, and for example, extended reality technologies together. And then about the future builders research focus area, the main thing in this team is to develop and execute new practical ways into the lifelong learning. And at the moment, there is a development going on for the new international study program, Computing in Construction, which should be executed or starting for next year, or next year or the next the year after that. And the one really important part also is student entrepreneurship and enhancing the different kind of collaboration with the campus incubator program that is going on at the moment, and also the Turbini accelerator entrepreneur accelerator program that is going on at the moment. And here are my contact details if you want to send me some questions later on. But thank you for this, and I hope that you could hear me well, even though we had some technical problems in the beginning. And if you have some questions, I can still answer. I have time.
Okay, so namaste and good evening or good afternoon, I hope. It's my pleasure to be here. Today I just wanted to tell you some of those activities that we are doing at the Innovation Center. I think some of you were in my long presentation yesterday. I don't want to make that long, just very briefly. Just wanted to show some of the activities that we have been doing in Nepal. Just to tell you a brief background, I was born in this village, Nangi village, Yoni, who has been there several times in around from 2001 from 2002. He was the one, just to give you ideas, he was the one who first came to my village and who came with some wireless devices to help me to build the wireless network in the Himalayas, in the mountains. So it's nice to meet him here. So after Nebraska in the USA. I went to Nepal. I went to Nepal and did so many other things for 20 years. From 1992 to 2012, I was involved in different community development works, including building wireless networks. So, after working for 20 years in Nepal, I learned the reason why Nepal is a poor country. I had not realized that before. And I learned that Nepal is a poor country because we never had the culture of research and innovation. We were too miser to spend money for research and innovation, and we were not, helping or supporting the young and talented, innovative people of the country and to capitalize their innovative ideas and make them entrepreneurs. So this is the lesson I learned. And I learned that I learned that talented, innovative, and creative human capital are the most valuable capital for the economic development of any country. And all those developed countries are developed because they fully capitalize the innovative ideas of the talented, innovative, and the creative people, just like Finland. Finland is a developed country because they are using these innovative minds and helping them to become entrepreneurs. That was something we were not doing in Nepal. So, because of that reason, we are not producing anything there. In Nepal, we import all of the things, goods that we use, from 92 to 94.5% of goods we import, and we have very little export, and we have huge trade deficit. That is why Nepal is economically poor, and in order to make an economically poor country a prosperous country, we have to use the talents. We have to make the innovative and the creative people, to use their, creativity, to use their ideas, and help them to innovate things and help them to become entrepreneurs. But that is something was not happening in Nepal. It's not happening in Nepal. So we decided to start an innovation center in Nepal in a small, tiny scale. And our goal is to make this innovation center just like this, university of applied science. But we are not that. It will take maybe 15 or 20 years or 30 years, who knows? We'll try our best to make it happen as fast as possible. So that's the innovation center. That's our workshop where we have, we invite people with innovative ideas. Not just only the university students, but anybody, whether they have academic background or not. If they have, innovative ideas to create something, and if their ideas has potential to be commercialized, and if their ideas, if it becomes successful, has potential for them to become entrepreneur, we just provide them support in 4 steps. What we do is, first, we provide support, full support for them to develop the prototype. We provide materials, whatever materials they need. We provide tools and space. We provide mentoring, and we provide food and other things that they need to survive and to work. If they become able to develop the prototype, then we take them to the next step, which is to develop the product or service. So if they become able to develop the product, we also help them to do the market testings, because without doing market testing, it is not possible to know whether that idea, that product they have developed has some commercial value. So that's why we help them to develop the product and do the market testing. To do that, we also provide them full support, full financial support to do whatever they need. Also, if they become able to develop the product and that has commercial that is commercially feasible, then we help them to get their intellectual property right, and after that we try to connect them to the investors, because our goal is to help those people with innovative ideas to become entrepreneurs, and our goal is to help you know to help develop the economy of Nepal. Just to give some ideas, just to know what we are doing there, they are developing what we call teaching box, which is a small computer with all electronic device there, with a projector built inside, and with the educational contents for the high school students there. They have developed it, and especially this one is useful for remote areas where there is no electricity. They run it on solar. We are trying to develop agriculture tools, because we have a huge demand from the farmers of small agriculture tools that they can use in the mountainous area. We cannot bring big machine there. So these are some agriculture tools they are developing. See, this is the tea dryer and a grain roaster machine. They have also built coffee roaster machine, solar dryer. Also, with the help of a university professor in Netherlands, they are doing some research and finding ways to get more benefit from the beehives. They are trying to develop system to collect bee venom, royal jelly, and some other things as well. This is actually a student from Germany who studied in Germany and got his bachelor's degree. He went back to Nepal, and he is helping a Rotary Club there to develop a ambulance on motorbike with a small box like that. We have also food technology section there, where the food technologists are trying to develop food product and process it and packaging and testing in the market. They are also developing some wine and some drinks, different kind of drinks there. They have developed a baby warmer for the rural hospitals there, which is very, very useful, and they have been testing it. They have already sent 30 baby warmers in different rural hospitals. We have also we are just developing a small biomedical lab and a calibration center for the medical equipments. This is a very new. We learned about this during this COVID time, that we need biomedical lab also at the innovation center. Also, we have a robotics and hardware electronics department there, where people are trying to develop different kinds of electronic gadgets and in robots as well. We have some people, we have a group who are developing drone, what we call medical drone. Especially this drone is being developed to deliver medicine in a very remote areas in higher elevation, which is very, very challenging, because the drones, they have to fly over the mountains or around the mountains, and higher altitude. They have been doing very well, and they are also developing a rocket. They are learning actually. This is not a rocket for commercial purpose, but this is something they are learning to learning how to develop rocket. We hope in future, maybe next generation or other generation, Nepal will also be able to send rocket satellites in the market. So these are some of these activities we have been doing, and during this COVID time we did a lot of works. Especially we focused 1.5 years. We focused on developing different types of tools and materials to protect the health worker. We also help to build to repair this medical equipments of the hospitals. These are some of these things that we develop and manufactures during this COVID time, just to help people. So these are some of these ideas. We also built a mini oxygen plant using oxygen concentrator, because bringing, use oxygen plant from abroad and install it took it takes a lot of time, about 3 months. So what we did is we just connected this oxygen concentrator in series and built oxygen plant for temporary use. So these are the type of things we have been doing. We have a high-tech classroom, just built it, and the goal is to find ways to integrate this technology to the classrooms of the public schools. So we are also trying to collaborate with uh, universities abroad, or institutions, research institutions, individuals or private companies abroad. And so the reason I am traveling, one of the reason I am traveling around Europe is because we want to find partners to collaborate with us and work with us. You as in students also can collaborate with us. You can do research jointly with our team there, even if you are here. So these are some of the activities we are doing, and I am very, very much interested to listen to your ideas and try to find how we can work together. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the short presentation, and here just as an information, so these are different fields as where currently NIC has projects on. The fields are pretty much vast, and projects everybody know, or some of you must have followed them closely too. Just to give you an overall kind of an outlook as what is happening there, or what kind of fields they are targeting on. And of course we are here from different fields and different domains, so if we find common ground, we can definitely have a collaboration with NIC. And Dr. Pun has just said that it's possible for us to join hands, and we all are welcome there. I did prepare something similar kind of presentation, what you heard from our head of the school as well as from our innovation director. I'll not go into those details, but I'll just shortly present you one slide at least. These are pretty much similar kind of slides, but why I'm presenting this is the current kind of the focus, or not the current, but it's already old focus in Finland in a way. It is from 2019. This was the standardization for the construction industry, or the project that aimed to standardize the current processes or the things that is happening in the construction industry here. I forgot to mention we have our NIC European coordinator, Harry Kristasi, also with us today. And in our event, so we are organizing this together with all of you, and basically providing some financial support is from the Nepal BIM Forum, where I'm working as a chairperson, as well as Turku Nepal Association. I think there is nobody from Turku Nepal Association today. But nevertheless, so why I wanted to bring this out is in the construction domain, our Nepalese construction industry is really chaotic. If you need to build anything, or even if you design, so there are no architects that would do it in the price that they would demand. So at least, let's say 100 euros, 200 euros a normal price would be for the architect that when you design a small house. And whenever you are promised to do something, it's one-time investment, at least for building your own house. So when you have very little expenses for the experts, you know how the outcomes would be. And of course there are different other aspects, and I think one of the aspects that is of my interest is to kind of look into how the standardization processes could be implemented in Nepal. But let's go to the other presentation from Joni. He has been working with Dr. Mahabir Pun from 2002, and I have been following a little bit, not so much. And when I heard that Dr. Pun is coming here, so I asked him to present something about what he's currently doing. It'd be nice to know and see if the future of collaboration would be there.
Thank you. Is the speak okay? How much time do we have?
10 minutes? Sure.
Yeah, sure.
we didn't have any time for the discussion, so maybe today a little bit more. This one?
Yeah, this one.
Can I copy it for I can
Sure,
share it?
sure.
You can
Sure.
send it there.
Okay, good evening for my part as well. This is a short presentation I very quickly put together for this occasion. It's a little bit random. Apologies for that. So to introduce myself, my name is Jonni Lehtilanta. I was a nerd since childhood, so I was programming very, very simple things when I was 7 or 8 years old. Took the School of Mathematics and went to Nangi first time in 2002. I was 20 years old. I'm 40 years now, so that was the midpoint of my life this far.
Maybe Jonni, a little bit louder. I think it might be difficult here. Can you hear me? All right.
Little louder? Okay, sure. No worries. And I could say that the experience changed my life, and it brought a very nice new perspective to life in Nepal and in Finland. So I went back to Nangi in 2004, 7 and 12. Also quite interesting political developments in Nepal during those years. And by accident, I ended up working in physical oceanography. So basically simulating the oceans, the water flows, the ice, freezing, melting, so on. I studied in Aalto University. I did a Master's of Science in Technology in Digital Signal Processing and Telecommunications. I graduated in 2013. Took my time. One reason is going back to Nepal all the time. And I've been employed by the Finnish Meteorological Institute basically since then, almost for 20 years as well. And I learned that the institute is working in Nepal, so I got myself involved in the FNEP projects. I'm also like starting in green politics just to make the world a better place, because it's a political question as well as a technological one. And I've started PhD studies as well, but let's see how it goes. In the center there's Nangi. The corner image is Nepali Tux. It was a very warm day, so the fan was really needed there. So just to very quickly summarize what I did in Nangi. I started with a Wi-Fi connection thing due to, well, having telecommunications studies under my belt. I have basically tried to do whatever Mahabir tells me to do. So I've installed a webcam in Moharadanga and work with a visual weather sensor also in Copra, and did some teaching, IT help, and we built a sauna as well, because that's what Finnish people do. They build saunas. Another Mahabir's presentation made me think about the innovation aspect, and the other thing that Finnish people have done historically is to form telephone companies. Finland had more than 400 different telephone companies in the maximum. Some of these were really part-time jobs of farmers, but hey, they were running a telephone company in the corner of the room. And I think here also in Nepal, the politics come into the picture, because I think in Nepal the government maybe doesn't allow 400 individual private telephone companies. Okay, to the FMI side, I won't talk about oceanography. I will speak about the international work FMI is doing. It's development cooperation, often funded by the Finnish Finnish government or EU or something else like this. And there have been projects in more than 100 countries, and Nepal is certainly one of the targets. There have been 3 projects. The basic idea is to enhance the capability of the National Hydrological and Meteorological Services, DHM, the Department of Hydrology and Meteorology, to reduce the risks of natural disasters and to adapt to climate change and to help the community in Nepal in other ways as well. So FMI, the Meteorological Institute, is most of all trying to build local capacity in running these services and producing these services. So training, assisting with technology, and helping with feasibility studies. There's the observation network for weather, forecasts, other weather products, and we have also provided software tools for the meteorological use in Nepal. There was a gap from 2016 to 2018 because the government was cutting all of the development spending, but luckily the projects continue somehow. So when the first project started, weather observations in Nepal were mostly done by hand, transported to the central office by telephone, and noted in a physical book by somebody with a pen. So the steps taken are to introduce an SQL database, running a computer for the observations, introducing automatic measurement devices, automatic data transfers, some quality control, and then bringing the weather forecasting capability into Nepal. Because there are global weather forecast products, but they are not very accurate for certain areas. So the forecasts can be improved by running a high-resolution local simulation of the atmosphere. There's also some work done for lightning detection and building weather radars where things like raindrops can be seen from afar. And here are like two images for rain and water level sensors. And like in Nangi, I've been to Nangi over 10 years. I saw incredible development in Nangi. Also during 10 years, we see quite a lot of new sensors introduced into those systems. Just a word about this system. I was there with my colleagues to bring the computer into Kathmandu, DHM. We run the WRF model, which is freely available online for simulating the atmosphere. We're using the global forecasts for the boundaries, the edges of the local area. And I think we came down to maybe 3 kilometer accuracy. So we imagine that the atmosphere is divided into cubes. Something like that. This is of course because of the mountains, and we were trying even better solutions than the model. And of course, the computer is running Linux, and there are many preparing for the model simulation, then preparing products, post-processing, drawing images, and so on. And of course, like teaching. So I'm not sure if there's too much on the experience side, but I listed some challenges. These are by no means all of the challenges we're facing in Nepal. There are frequent power outages, so we have to have battery systems for everything. The water often makes me sick. Happens to other people, I hear. Lightning often breaks devices. I personally often found lack of tools, or like I would often find some tools, like the more remote locations, the worse it is. I'd find some tools, but not the optimal tool for the job. During my trips, there were frequent banda problems as well. And in Nepal, there have been many international projects. So Nepal is full of installations by international projects. The projects went on for 2 or 3 or 5 years or so, and then the project ended, and the equipment in some cases could be just abandoned, or maybe it was transferred to DHM in Kathmandu, but they didn't really have the know-how to start maintaining and using all of those equipments. So that's also what we try to help with. I was in Pokhara airport once. There was a weather sensor which was not really working, and I went to try to find a problem, and there was something wrong with a SIM card in the system. So the measurement was working, but the data was not coming through. Also, brain drain. Or maybe you know better, but when I was in Nepal once, one of the trips I heard from a local person working in an IT company in Kathmandu, that when he was taking high school in Kathmandu, there were more than 90 persons in the same age group in the high school, and he said that 3 of them are still in Nepal, and everybody else went abroad. And I don't know, I hope it's better, but I know for sure that some of the people that I trained in Kathmandu are not in Nepal anymore. So that's a problem. Funding can be a problem. There was an earthquake that was a problem. A pandemic that was a problem. In Nepal, I find many more problems than in Finland, which has its good side, because in Finland, whenever a project fails, it's because I failed. In Nepal, when something fails, it's because there was a challenge that couldn't be overcome. So that's kind of easier on the ego. And shortly, there's been 8 years of cooperation between the Finnish Meteorological Institute. I'm sorry, maybe you cannot read this. I will read some parts. There have been more than 300 days of training given in Nepal by FMI. The improved weather forecasts are thought to improve on 11 of the 17 UN Sustainable Development Goals, and 40 experts have been working for Nepal, and the last project budget was €500,000. The cost-benefit ratio for investments in Nepalese weather services is around 9. So, yeah, I believe this is useful. I hope this is useful. I hope there will be an FNEP 4 project. And, well, I've left Nepal. I've had 2 children since my last trip, and that limits my ability to travel. But somehow Nepal is calling me all the time, and perhaps, or actually it's likely right now that I will be in Kathmandu from mid-October to mid-December, and I have yet to figure out what I'm doing out there. So maybe we can come up with some ideas. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the presentation. All right, definitely everybody know that there are many challenges, but also the benefits, I guess, for the new things. Let's hear out a little bit from Aalto and the project that they are doing. Pretty much short, then we'll have our discussion session around that, as how our experience can be useful for their IC.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to this presentation or to this meeting with Dr. Pun here. I'm working as a project specialist at Aalto Global Impact, which is a unit within Aalto University. Today there was also a presentation about Aalto University, which I think we kind of skipped, but now today I'm speaking on behalf of our global projects, how we operate, and also especially on our activities in Nepal, ongoing activities. And of course, one of the person who actually led Aalto Global Impact into Nepal is here, Dr. Pramod Bhusal is here with this project, and we can also discuss more about that in detail. So at Aalto Global Impact, what we do, just to give a background to Dr. Pun, that Aalto University was formed in 2010 as a merger between three universities. Helsinki University of Technology, School of Business, and also Arts and Design. So it's a multidisciplinary university that was founded in 2010. So in a way, it's very new, but then multidisciplinary is a very core approach of Aalto University. And in Aalto Global Impact, we promote global responsibility through multicultural institutional collaboration around sustainable development challenges. And then we can dive into one of the key driving methodology that we take with our projects or with our collaboration with our international higher education institutions especially, but also the external stakeholders such as National Innovation Center, is that problem-based learning is quite core to our approach, especially in Aalto Global Impact approach. And it has started since 2012. But then also like what we are broadening our problem-based learning methods in itself by integrating other methods and tools such as human-centered design, entrepreneurial mindsets, and also applicable to current sustainable development challenges as well. So in a short, for those who are not familiar with the term, this might be problem-based learning. We can understand in many different ways. There exist many different definitions, but we can simply think of this as broadening the classroom to the outside world. So the students could take part in a really contextual social problems and also think about the innovative solutions outside the classroom. So these are the key driving kind of forces that we form for our partnerships around the globe. And our another aim is also to actually develop the curricula and teaching methods. So not only focused on the student, but also on the capacities of the teacher and also the institutions we are collaborating around the world. And you can see in the picture some roadmap or the journey that we have taken from 2014 onwards. You see most of our activities are in Africa, but one of the activities, PBL, Problem-Based Learning South Asia, is in actually Nepal as well. So it's in Nepal, India, and Bhutan with collaborating partners. And also these projects are funded by different agencies. Some of them are funded by Ministry of Education in Finland, but others are funded by Erasmus Plus, the EU funding modalities. And the orange one, which we are currently active, are coordinated by HAMK, another Hamen Amati Korkeakoulu, another University of Applied Sciences. But then the problem-based learning South Asia actually is still ongoing. So this is the last year. Due to pandemic, we got extended. So our activities in Nepal are still ongoing. And what we have done in Aalto, from Aalto in Nepal, is actually focused on the PBL-based curriculum, teacher training, and events. And so far, we have trained our partners. If you go back, the partners, we are partnering with Kathmandu University, Nepal Engineering College, Sagarmatha University, and Asian Institute of Technology and Management. And actually, these partners were brought on by one of the earlier projects led by Dr. Pramod here, which was NLab, which is energy efficient lighting. So that was also one of the individual network that linked up, and then now we are in this PBL South Asia, and also in future there might be something following up the project and then the results. So these are some of the programs that we have done. Most of them are finished, but then the key things are that are continuous and ongoing are the mentors meetups. So our partner universities from Nepal, from India also participate in these new mentors meetings where we are providing methods, practical methods and tools regarding problem-based learning and how to apply them in Nepalese context as well. And also we are developing MOOC on global sustainability that is for our Nepali partners and also their students. And also we are providing training of trainers manual, which are being finalized as I speak here. And also there is a problem-based learning South Asia network as well, which is being planned so that all the knowledge that has been gained through the project can be sustained through the network. And this is led by IITB Mumbai, the Indian Institute of Technology Mumbai, and also Indian Institute of Science Bangalore. And upcoming events are lined in Kathmandu as well. This is dissemination seminar in Kathmandu in August, and also there will be active student cases in August as well, where Aalto will participate. These are some of the cases, and these are not too familiar to the challenges or the topics that, for example, FMI has been doing in previous ones. So, and also with the Metropolia's work here on the building construction and disaster relief, and also the climate change aspects are coming more and more into our projects as well. These are the active collaborations where our Aalto students also collaborate with the students and faculties in Nepal as well. These are two of the courses are actually now currently running on the flood risk management and popularizing earthquake resistant building codes. And also some of the projects actually run on the updated curriculum by our partners in Nepal. And to note that Nepal Innovation Center was actually reported as one of the client of Nepal Engineering College. So this is where, for example, we can see linkages between academia and our work in Nepal as well. So there is an indirect work, but then these courses which are now formally changed or formally adapted to PBL methods are needing more of the local problems, local context for the students to collaborate in a multidisciplinary setting. And then there is a match, for example, from Aalto or international partners to join those students and topics to develop the solutions or findings together. And I think Nepal Innovation Center could also provide the topics to these cases as well, to these courses as well. And good thing to know that our Nepalese colleagues in these partner universities have expanded the problem-based learning methods beyond these courses as well. So they are expanding more and more to other courses as well. And just to note on the final note that in Nepal, the project will end this year, but then there is something of Educase called Educase Platform, which is the Ministry of Education coordinated response to these global sustainability problems. And this is coordinated by Aalto, but then all the AMCs and all the universities in Finland are the part of this platform, and we are figuring out how to make Finnish networks, Finnish education institutions also work in global context and also in Nepal. And there is one event actually on Nepal in July 7th. So those who are interested, you can contact me, or you can if you would like to know more about planning of Nepal event through this education platform, we can have conversation, and I can provide you more information on that. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. From perspective as what Aalto is doing, of course, Metropolia has also different things going on with Nepal, but I didn't bring in those kind of things at the moment. And definitely, I would say that this would be the chance that we would work together, at least to support the visions of Dr. Mahabir Pun, which I think is at very grassroots level, and together we can build it up from the ground. All right, the floor would be yours. If Hari would like to say something, maybe just a few words about his purpose of visit and what we are expecting in this discussion sessions would be nice. And of course, after that, we will have the open discussions without any limitations to the questions or the type of questions.
Right. Thank you, Sunilji. Thank you, everyone, for your hospitality, warm welcome. We got chance to present to our chairman about the activities and program going on in NIC Nepal, and obviously, main objective of his European visit is to say thank you to all the Nepalese and partners who's been actually helping NIC throughout pandemic before and after as well. And second, most important thing, we're trying to collaborate with our experts, Nepalese, non-Nepalese experts in different fields, not only medical or technology. We have so many projects going around. You've seen on the presentation. We are looking for helping hands to work with our project team back in Nepal and share your expertise. And during this travel in UK, we have visited 4 universities, and now we have started process of doing MOU in different sectors. Similarly, we are expecting that sort of collaboration in future from Finland as well, and obviously those projects and programs, just our friend explained, we could work together. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. So overall, the main discussions now I think would be good to guide towards, as we are experts in our own fields, and if we could actively contribute so we could support these visions as who is really working in the field would be nice. So at least here you can see in my screen there are 8 different fields that they have to focus on, or I got this information from their websites, and everybody would be belonging to at least some of the aspects what is here. For example, there are healthcare, agriculture, learning, environment, household innovation, AI, software, and digital health. So if you have some questions or ideas you want to kind of very shortly discuss, then it's a possibility. If you have any questions, we can have open discussions around those parts. Would it be nice to start from the audience, at least for Dr. Mahabir Pun, some ideas that you want to present or discuss on? At least from my engineering background, I have students, earlier previous students, now professionals working, and together we are trying to kind of support a little bit as how we could grow together to help the construction industry. If you are or you want to ask in Nepalese, it's also possible. We have only Yoni as a non-Nepalese speaking person. I can translate him some of the core aspects, but maybe we can discuss this in Nepalese if everybody's fine with it. Is it okay for you, Yoni?
Sure, it's fine.
फोन चाहिँ केही भन्न चाहनुहुन्छ?
So just अब त्यो
नेपालीमा भन्दा पनि
मेरो कन्ट्याक्ट चाहिँ होइन भने त्यो कन्ट्याक्टको त्यो लास्ट स्लाइडको लास्टमा
कन्ट्याक्ट सबैसँग छ नै जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई चाहिँ।
लास्ट ओके यो पनि यो लिङ्क सेयर गरौँ।
त्यो हाम्रो पार्टिसिपेन्ट्सहरूलाई पठाइदिउँ न, केही छैन।
So this is this collaboration link form we have developed. If you are interested to collaborate in any of those areas, we are not limited to any area in a specific field. Any area like engineering, agriculture, robotics, or developing drones, or agriculture tools, mechanics, biomedical, कुनै पनि फिल्डमा। So अब अहिले नै आइडिया छ भने अहिले नै पनि सेयर गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। You can share your ideas now, or maybe when you get ideas, maybe after 1 year or after 2 years, anytime you can share your ideas. And also if you want to do some research together, like still you are here, we can form a team of some people there in Nepal and you here in Finland, and you can do joint research. That is something we have been doing with some people in America, in the US. उनीहरू त्यही छ, नेपाल आएको छैन, हाम्रो भाइ बहिनीहरू पनि अमेरिका गएको छैन, तर we are doing actually research together and trying to develop something, design the prototype, and and do the joint research. Establishing गर्न सकिन्छ, नेपालमै आउनुपर्छ. It's not necessary for you to come to Nepal, to do joint project. एउटा कुरा थियो र यो त्यो अहिले फर्म भर्नु होला. Put your expertise or field of interest or whatever way you want to contribute. If you are, if you like to mentor some of our people there, because we have different types of people working there, we need mentoring in different field. And mentor पनि चाहियो, किनभने त्यहाँ त हाम्रो खास मेन्टर छैन, सबै अब त्यहाँ जो काम गर्न त्यो रिसर्च गर्न आइरहेको छ उनीहरू चाहिँ के छ भने अब they don't have any experience, त्यस्तो एक्सपिरियन्स वाला चाहिँ छैन। त्यस कारणले you can support as a mentor also, or you can do joint research with them, with whatever projects they are doing there, or you can bring new idea, एकदमै नयाँ आइडिया। हामीलाई यहाँ बसेर नयाँ आइडिया आयो, यो आइडियामा चाहिँ हामी लेट्स वर्क टुगेदर भनेर भन्ने हो भने So you can be the team lead and the work also. Lo यही कुरा केही छ भने भन्नुहोस्.
That's really an opportunity. So either if you have those kind of ideas and want to reach Mr. Pun, you can directly send him messages in Viber. He normally does reply them. And of course, if you want to collectively do something through Metropolia or Aalto, we are open for discussions. And as a person from Metropolia, I can promise that we'll be actively working with the NIC, or at least I will try to see the possibilities to do that as so.
If you are from Aalto also, I visited Aalto this afternoon, and we visited their design lab, and so it will be good to work here. We don't have any format to present your idea. You just have to tell your idea in one or two page, format. Because I mean, we are not, organization to provide grant dine organization. Usually, what happens is these organizations or industries or donor organizations who provide grant, they ask you to submit in एकदमै लामो लामो proposal लेख्ने सबै डिटेलमा लेख्ने भन्छ नि. Not necessary, just one or two page. Even you can tell it orally, because we have people in Nepal who come from the villages who are farmers. They cannot write a proposal.
Even the verbal agreement would do if you have some proposals. Let's do this, and if he finds that better possibilities, then it's okay with that.
And गाउँबाट आएको मान्छेहरू पनि छन्. We have people who have come from the villages. We have some people who work in Malaysia for many years, or Saudi Arabia or Qatar for many years. They have some experience, some ideas to do something, but they don't know how to write proposal, which is okay. If their idea is good, if their idea has some potential to be commercialized, that can help them to become entrepreneur, that's okay. And you are also, if you bring new ideas, if you want to do some research together, here you have a very well furnished facilities here. Ramro facilities are here. We have good equipment, lab here, machines. We also have some, but we don't have as good machines there, sophisticated machine there as you have here. So you can help in that area as well. So in order to develop the prototype. तर केही prototype त्यहाँ पनि गर्न सकिन्छ.
Definitely, there are many opportunities, and as I said earlier, so we have learned many things by being in different culture and society. We do have our expertise, we do have our things that helps to make us survive in this kind of harsh conditions, and some percentage contribution of your skills to Nepal would really mean a lot.
And one more thing, in that collaboration form, you will be able to see that we are forming a charity organization. We are registering a charity organization in UK called Friends of NIC, which is to bring people together. The goal is not only to collect money. Usually, when you say charity organization, the goal of the charity organization is to collect funding and do some charity work. But the goal of the charity organization is to, of course, collect some funding from the people who are interested to donate, but also use that funding for research and innovation here in Europe as well. Nepal is not only for, we are not registering that charity just to collect funding for Nepal, but to support people like you here in Europe. We have done similar thing in America, charity organization in the US, and they are collecting some support there. funding there also. That funding will also be used to provide support for the innovative people there in America who want to collaborate with NIC and work together.
All right, thank you very much. I was coming to you, Pramod. If you would like to say something or have questions.
Yeah, listening about these things now, maybe I have the wrong mindset or something, because I understand now that this is from the personal perspective, like all the cooperation are happening from the personal capacity. How about the institutional cooperation? Do you have any experience or do you have interest in such, for example, applying for a grant together to some funding agency? Have you been doing such kind of things? There are some possibilities. When we have inviting grants everywhere.
Yeah. In Nepal, we have not applied for any grant. We haven't written any, proposal and submitted to funding agencies in Nepal. But if you would like to, write a proposal and apply for the grant or for funding to some organizations here,
But together.
together, yes, yes. We can collaborate. For example, when was that? 2 years ago or one. एकजना भाइ थियो के भयो मैले नाम बिर्सेँ. He was here yesterday. होइन एकजना भाइले he had applied for that kind of grant and together with NIC also. So it is okay to apply grant together to do something, to do some research and development works there in Nepal or for mutual benefit. Yeah.
Some possibilities on those. I've been working in Nepal for, well, probably for last, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 years. I've had many projects with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs funding from Finland and also funding from the EU side, many different funding agencies, especially in the education development and some.
Yes. We have some educational projects there also. For example, we are trying to develop this, different types of tools, like that teaching box. That's educational tools to help students in the rural schools to learn something from computer. Or we are trying to, integrate this, technology, emerging technology to the classrooms of the public schools in Nepal, because during the pandemic we learned that only about 18% of the students from the public schools got opportunity to learn online, to take online classes. All these private schools, the students of the private schools, they were teaching online. I mean, they get chance to learn online, but the only 18% of the students from the public schools or community schools got chance. So that is why we are working together with some friends in America to find ways to integrate this technology, cheaper technology or affordable technology, and that we can bring in the classrooms in the rural schools as well. That's why we set up that high-tech class, high-tech research lab, just for the education purpose. So this afternoon, I also got chance to visit Ministry of Foreign Affairs here in Finland, and we had some discussion there with some of their team at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs also. So we are exploring if there is anything to work
That's
together.
very good, because I know personally that a couple of years ago they can even start a new kind of funding, especially for in particular any country. For example, if we are able to influence them somehow, they can even open a call a Nepal box. Because I know from 5-6 years ago
Definitely, Rohan. I think we are also will be working together in that possibility or making it happen, and then we could discuss more about these possibilities. Definitely, some minor steps are there at the moment.
I think this is the right point because I think last month actually Ministry of Foreign Affairs was in Nepal. Their whole Nepal team was in Nepal, mostly with their water and sanitation program and education program. But also now, because I was a part of the research team who kind of proposed that research, I think I can show that. And it is also good for everyone on the transition planning of Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So maybe this is also kind of an input for Nepal Innovation Center as well to be very active also with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or at least with the embassy in Nepal.
No worries. No, most probably next year there will be some innovation visit from Finland and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs which we could try together. You had something to ask our
Yeah. Actually, my question was more towards Yevgeny. Yeah, so a couple of questions. So you started that you first changed those hand and paper and pen-based database to mass-scale database. Are they now more graded across, FNet 1 to 3 to more countries focused databases? And the next question is, are the datasets like publicly available as some APIs, and if so, then would there be some opportunities to build use cases around those datasets through NIC?
Those are some excellent questions, and I'm afraid I don't really know the answers to those. So it's soon 10 years ago that I was really involved with this, and it's not only the NF, it's many other countries also working with in Nepal, and of course the people of Nepal working as well. I know that the products are often available, but back then, when I was involved in making the weather forecasts, for example, the forecast data was not available. It was already challenging enough to make it available for the meteorologists themselves.
The government tools of Nepal itself, or only, or was it directly accessible only to the FMI meteorologists, or also to the other like the Nepalese and other stakeholders?
Mainly to the Nepalese.
Okay.
So we didn't go there to make forecasts that we could look at, but for the benefit of the Nepalese.
Oh, okay. So you integrated it to the government's